Today we are in the new RS5, or rather the facelift of RS5, and the new BMW M3, the one with the big grille. Yeah.
We have an extremely important race. I'm in a brand new G80 BMW M3 competition that we get in South Africa. This has the 375 kilowatt motor, 650 newton meters of torque, and importantly, an 8-speed ZF gearbox, no longer a BMW MDCT. This has changed the personality a little bit for the car. For me, it's lost that sharpness and that nudge that it gives you every single time you used to change gears, but it's made it more comfortable to drive on a daily basis. So, the inner BMW fanboy in me says, oh, there's no DCT, but also the old man in me says this is a much more comfortable car to drive, so it's easier to live with. It's not as loud as the previous car, it's much softer than the previous car, it's way faster than the previous car, more responsive. So there are a host of good things that have happened, there are a host of things that have detracted from what makes it an M, but in my mind that's not too much of a bad thing. But today we're here to race it against a facelifted Audi RS5 Coupe. And you might say, guys, you know, that's a 4-door, this is a 5-door, and yes, that is true, but we don't care.
The whole thing about this is that's an M3 and this is an RS5. And I know what you're thinking. You're probably gonna say, no, it should have been an RS4 Avant, or it should have been an RS5 Sportback. So let's do a little exercise, right? So this car, I'm sure you're gonna see the outside of it and all the pretty shots. So picture this car with 2 extra doors. Are you picturing it? Are you picturing it? I'm picturing it. I'm picturing it as a 4-door. Okay, cool, let's race. Because it doesn't really matter whether it's an RS4 Avant, whether it's an RS5, whether it's an RS5 Sportback. Yes, there are subtle weight differences here and there, and actually with this car you would actually say that we've got a bit of an advantage because it's a 2-door and the M3 is a 4-door. But the basic point of it is that it's still got the same amount of power. We've got 331 kilowatts, yes, 331 kilowatts, 600 newton meters, 0 to 100 time of 3.9 seconds that has been claimed on this car. It's an immensely fast car. I've spent the morning with it and it just feels a bit more tactile, a bit more awake. It feels a bit more hardcore, the specific RS5. And obviously this is the facelift. Don't mind Richard, he's just doing some revs and all that. But yeah, I'm excited to see what's gonna happen. This is gonna be a big one. M3, RS5. It's a pity we don't have C63, but we can probably do that a bit later. Hopefully you can hear me over and above that M3 busy revving at the moment. So yeah, I'm excited. Let's do this. I just burst out of the lines there. I was saying M3, oh no, I'm saying M3 catch me! No!
There we go, good gear, come on! We're fetching him! We're fetching him! Come on! Come on! Come on!
He just passed me like I'm nothing! What are you what? Come on! No ways! No ways! It can't pass me like that. That's just disrespectful. That's just disrespectful. What?
In the interest of fairness, and just for me personally, I want to understand what just happened in that race. Because I had the most beautiful launch, and literally on my peripherals, I'm just seeing a green M3 coming here fighting. And the way it passed me is what actually irritated me. It was actually disrespectful. Now, I don't understand. Yeah, I actually don't understand. So I am keen to see what's going to happen here with this car. We've swapped cars. As you can see, I'm in the M3 at the moment. This is actually the first time I ever drive a G80 M3. So I'm quite keen to see what the whole fuss is about, because judging by what I just witnessed there, let's just get our clocks off.
We have changed cars because we want to be as fair as possible. Cisco, as you saw, had a brilliant launch out of this one. I think he probably launched a good half a second quicker than mine, but that car was so quick that I caught now see what it looks like from the rear, because I'm sure that's what's going to happen. I'm ready.
Oh, that was a good launch.
See, that's the thing, it gets off because the stupid car. Look at it.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I've literally running that car a good 6 car lengths. That's buses. That's buses. What?
We're gonna let him go. Whatever. I'm actually lightheaded. Because that stupid M3 is so stupidly fast. So there you have it, people. If you are looking for a fast mid-size sedan or coupe, because no one's gonna care on William Nicol if this is a 4-door or not, you gotta get an M3, because this is obviously the facelift version. So it has the same power as the previous one. That's a brand new car, so there is a generation gap, but that just shows you what those Bavarians have done, because the cars from Ingolstadt and Stuttgart used to just walk that car, because that car just could not launch. It was very quick, you know, through the gears, but it just could not launch, and it looks like they've sorted it out. For a rear-wheel drive car to be dismissing all-wheel drive cars like this, you gotta give it up to them, man. Do you need a 4-wheel drive version of that car with the price premium? That's gonna be an answer for your pocket.